Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube. So the first thing you do, always look for power. In my case, I don't have to look because it's never there. Just kidding. We actually opened some good cards here. We got Chandra. I love Chandra. I think she's excellent. One of the premier planeswalkers because she gives you like all the things you would want, which is mana, a win condition, card advantage, and removal, all in one planeswalker. She's excellent. We get Frantic Search, Inquisition, Teferi, Blightsteel. Like a lot of good options here. It really depends on what kind of mood you're in, and this is exactly the kind of mood that I'm in. Just snap up that Frantic Search, see what happens. It's definitely not the optimal play, but you know what? It's been a minute. It's been a while since we've stormed off. We could take Cryptic Command. I think that's always a good option. Kolaghan's Command, Expansion Explosion might come around. Duress is alright if you're storming, but I'll take a Cryptic Command. We're doing some things. Dark Ritual, don't mind if I do. Although, honestly, Spell Pierce is good too, but I don't think I want to pass Storm cards. I think probably Spell Pierce might end up better for the deck. We could end up like a blue control deck, but Dark Ritual is sweet. So let's see if that happens. Phantasmal Image, other things. Another thing that I like doing with, you know, at this point I kind of am forcing Storm, but I guess the difference between forcing Storm and leaning into it is forcing Storm means that you're drafting it regardless of what the draft tells you, whereas leaning into Storm is like, I'm going to take a couple first pick Storm cards, but if it's not open, you know, you can pivot into another archetype. And I actually really enjoy that process of like, your first 8 picks are Storm cards, and then, you know, the tendrils that you took didn't come around or something like that. And then you have to switch into a completely different deck. I actually really enjoy that process. So I'm kind of going towards that. I'll take Phantasmal Image. I think it's a really good magic card. There's the Brain Freeze. There's also a Verdant Catacombs, but getting Brain Freeze this early is a really good sign. That's a relatively late Liliana. So we could set ourselves up for like blue-black Storminator, which is a fun archetype. You play Liliana, like discard Gristlebrand, Shallowgrave Gristlebrand, draw 7 cards, storm off with the cards you draw. That's sweet. I think that's better than empty. I think Brain Freeze is one of the best win conditions aside from tendrils. The other option is like Mirari's Wake or, you know, Old Stick Fingers. I'm not playing those cards, so we'll take the Liliana. Here comes Brainstorm, Pack Rat, Hazoret. Don't need any of those. We're drafting quickly today. I'm feeling it. Collective Brutality, damn. Yeah, I'll take the Brutality. Helps with the discard theme if we do go that route. Wow, some weird cards came around here. Didn't expect a lot of these. I could take Sylvan Caryatid. That helps with the mana. I could take Batterskull just as a win condition that, you know, helps keep me alive against some decks. It's very expensive and slow, but that's the thing. I could take Goldspan Dragon, although someone took Chandra. If we want to go into like more of a mid-range deck with like blue cards, take a Goldspan Dragon. He does give you mana, so that does matter. And if, you know, if Storm doesn't end up open, we could always pivot into blue-red tempo. Like attack with Goldspan, hold up Cryptic Command is a pretty strong sequence of plays. Reasonably late Courser as well, and Woodfall Primus. So I'm getting the feeling that blue-red is open. I'm gonna take Courser, or green-red, I mean. Because Courser goes well in high tide type decks. If you can get enough fixing, like you want to make land drops, then Courser helps you make land drops. Goes well with Fast Bond and things like that. So we're looking at some options here. Our deck looks a bit wild. And I don't know at this point whether Storm is not open or if the Storm cards just were not in the packs. Because I took all of them. And this is this is the trick. I made it very hard for myself. Because normally what I do is I'll like pass a test Storm card around the packs. So like if you're trying to optimally draft Storm, I'll send like a test card like Frantic Search. And if Frantic Search makes its way all the way around, then you know nobody is forcing Storm, because forcing Storm is a very specific mood, you know, that some people do. I guess I'll take this Hissing Quagmire. And then I guess Wrenn and 7. That can help me put lands into play and storm off. Sure. Although maybe I'm supposed to take like Grim Lavamancer instead, but it's just a fine card. I don't think it's great. Okay, Sakura Tribuilder is actually pretty good here. So green is open and black is open. So we could end up green-black. But anyway, yeah, Forcing Storm is like very specific where you just kind of take, you know, there's obvious cards like Dark Ritual you just take. So if you send Dark Ritual around your pod and nobody picks it up, then you can be fairly confident that nobody is like just picking up all of your Storm cards. But if you do what I did in the beginning of this draft, which is just take every single Storm card you see, and there's only one in each pack, which I think is relatively the case, you have no idea if Storm is open or not, because someone might have just like, you know, opened High Tide, Turnabout, Time Spiral, and have those cards in their pod. And you don't know, you have no way of knowing that. Whereas if you wait past them, you actually get like discernible information on it. So it's something that I like to do just for a challenge, but it's not the optimal way to do it because Storm is just a very parasitic archetype in that regard. Like you can't really use the cards for Storm in other decks. Here we can take a Mana Crypt or a Mind Twist. I think I'm just going to take Mana Crypt. It has the ability to save me from whatever I'm doing here. So let's do that. I have 0 mana fixing as well. Spellseeker is interesting. Creeping Tar Pit helps with the mana. Bayou, we already have Hissing Quagmire, but Bayou would definitely help. Let's be hopeful and take the Spellseeker. See what we can drum up from there. Wow, Layla. Every time I see Layla, I guess this is like pick 3, but she's a ridiculously strong magic card. Eventually people will correctly evaluate her, but we are nowhere near that world yet. We have like Treasure Cruise, Force of Negation, Wall of Roots. Could take Marsh Flats, Opposition to go with whatever's going on over here. Red felt very not open. Treasure Cruise I have, Brainstorm, Dark Ritual. Not really playing like Collective Brutality or anything, so not really doing that. I can take Metamorph and just stay open, but I think Marsh Flats will probably help us down the road when inevitably we get pushed out of Storm. Although there's a Wishclaw Talisman, so that's an option. This is going to be a really, really rough deck. I can already feel it. The Talisman helps if we're blue-black. We'd like to stay mono-blue. I could take Blood Crypt to splash Goldspan, but that's not the best. Recurring Nightmare. You know what? This might be a Recurring Nightmare deck. We could take Liliana Death's Majesty now. Maybe Wheel Jadar. So that with Recurring Nightmare, we have Liliana. We have Collective Brutality. Yeah, let's do that, actually. I think we are a green-black Reanimate Primeval Titan type deck. I think that's where we are at. Primeval Titan can give us the fixing. There's the Time Spiral, though. Oh boy, we are we're getting into treacherous territory here, but hear me out. We Time Spiral, we wheel Frantic Searcher like a Pestermite. If you get enough Mana Flares, you can... Wait a second. Pestermite, Recurring Nightmare, Mana Flare, High Tide. Whenever this enters, you untap 3 land, or you untap a land that taps for 3. There could be Recurring Nightmare, Palinchron could also be an option. Let's take Time Spiral. I'm feeling froggy. Yawgmoth's Will. Okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Where that place is, I don't know, but we're getting somewhere. We could take a Bone Shards. Bloodstained Mire versus Creeping Tar Pit. There's a Shallow Grave too. I mean, Shallow Grave Primetime seems kind of awesome. So I'm kind of on board with that. Then we have all this discard. Treasure Cruise is tempting. It's not the best with Time Spiral. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Pack 3 really has to be friendly to us. We need like Lion's Eye Diamond and other stuff. Treasure Cruise, Bargain. I'm gonna take the Cruise, I guess. Yeah. Okay, Fintorn Elves helps. I'm focused now. There is a deck we could potentially draft here, which is the Shallow Grave Primeval Titan Time Spiral deck, which seems like a lot of fun. I've never done anything like that before. Am I ever playing red? Maybe. Oh no, I keep forgetting that the enchantment that like lets you go infinite. I forgot its name. I'll take this card. Ooh, Cabal Ritual. That's huge. Oh, Mana Flare. Okay. Oh. I just passed red mana fixing. Underworld Breach is what I was thinking of. That's not in the queue, but Mana Flare is, and Mana Flare is very good in this deck. We could take Overgrown Tomb. That makes Marsh Flats be a duel. Factor Fiction is another card I would like to have, but I need to be able to cast my spells. We're looking for Palinchron. Heartbeat of Spring would be obviously a huge improvement on Mana Flare here. Scalding Tarn, Treachery, Garrick. Ooh, we don't have any blue duels yet. So I could take a Simic Signet instead, but I have a lot of playables already. There's a Ponder too. Maybe I just want Ponder. Because Steam Vents is gone. If I get like Misty... No, let's take the Fixing. If I get duels, I'll be pretty happy to have taken them. Oh boy. Turnabout, I like. Reanimate also helps, right? We can reanimate Primetime, and that's pretty strong. And then Manamorphose, I mean, my mana is ridiculously bad, so that helps too. I think... Yeah, so here's the game plan. Hear me out. We discard a Primeval Titan, then we reanimate it, Shallow Grave it to get lands in play, and then we storm off with Turnabout, Frantic Search, Time Spiral stuff. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Literally nothing. We're taking Turnabout. There's Natural Order, there's Thousand Year Storm. Natural Order, I have Fintorn Elves, Steve. Not really gonna main deck Rexage, I don't think. Courser, Pelucranos, I'm not really playing. I don't think Natural Order is going to get there. I think I'm gonna take Memory Deluge, just for a little bit more card draw, card selection. Ooh, Oracle of Moldiah. There's the Corpse Dance to go with the old guy, but I think we're gonna Oracle to get lands in play. And Corpse Dance has a chance of coming around too. There's the Heartbeat of Spring. I think I probably just have to take that. I mean, our deck really needs doublers, and that lets me cut Mana Flare. Oh, that's a pretty late Oko. There's also Nissa Who Shakes the World. That goes well with Overgrown Tomb. Oh, this deck is getting weird. Very weird. Oko is just like a good card, but he's so boring. Although this deck is far from boring, and we do need a chance at winning. Green Suns can grab Sakura Tribelder, I guess, which is alright. We do have Yawgmoth's Will. I'll take Nissa. She is a win condition. Ooh, Dark Petition. That is a good one. Pretty happy about that. We could show and tell our Primeval Titan, but that's okay. I've never seen a deck that needed a Palinchron more than this one. And unfortunately, we're just not going to get it. Factor Fiction's very good when you have Yawgmoth's Will and Reanimation in your deck, so I guess I take that over Augur of Autumn. Not playing Pelucranos. We could play Rexage, and this deck is definitely doing something. I think the game plan is to cut some of the double green cards, he says as he takes Garrick. I mean, Garrick's fine. Garrick helps my mana. Here comes Manamorphose. Excellent. Got to be able to cast your spells. So we're kind of all in on this brain freeze situation, and I like it. We have Spellseeker. We do have Thousand Year Storm. Do I have any burn? Not currently. All right, we'll take Devoted Druid. Maybe Natural Order comes around, but I think that was actually the Natural Order pack. Here comes Vraska. She's just a good mid-range play. Avacyn's Pilgrim. I'm not playing either one of these. This card, I've never seen this card played, but it seems sweet. It's just the problem is there's not like a sacrifice deck for it. All right, deck. How are we building this? 34 cards. So we need to make so many cuts. This is what happens when you don't prioritize mana fixing, by the way. I think I'm getting rid of Recurring Nightmare. Yeah, that's step one. Cryptic Command is a bit challenging on the mana, to say the least. Phantasmal Image Primetime. Okay, that's something that I'm interested in. I think the correct play is to cut all the blue storm cards. I guess let's just template out what that would look like. Cut Turnabout, Frantic Search, Time Spiral, Brain Freeze, Spellseeker, Memory Deluge, Brainstorm, Treasure Cruise. Oh, that's so much better. That's so much better. We just do like this. We bring in Pelucranos, Courser, like Recurring Nightmare. That's so much better. We have Shallow Grave, which is a bit weird, but we can still Shallow Grave a Primetime. So that's option A. This is the maximal win rate game plan. Option B is the maximal storm game plan. So we bring in Spellseeker, Brain Freeze, Time Spiral, Frantic Search, Turnabout, Factor Fiction, Brainstorm, Treasure Cruise, maybe. I think maybe Memory Deluge is better. And then we get rid of, like, Bone Shards. Do I get rid of Recurring Nightmare or Shallow Grave? Probably Pack Rat, Courser. I think I'm getting rid of Recurring Nightmare. Pelucranos, Vraska, Liliana, Renin 7. So right now my discard outlets are Collective Brutality, Liliana the Veil. So I could cut Liliana the Veil, Shallow Grave. My odds of reanimating Primetime are so low, so I guess I'm just casting it. No, I got a Shallow Grave. I have Frantic Search. I can easily Shallow Grave a Primeval Titan. So this is the option B. This is a much sweeter deck, so I think I'm just going to go with this, even though it's not correct. I'm going to spend a bit more time building it and come back to the final list, but it's going to be fun. All right, here's the deck that I've come up with. We're running 16 land plus Mana Crypt. We have Devoted Druid, Sakura Tribe Elder, Mana Crypt for acceleration into Garreg Oracle. Things like that. And then we have Heartbeat of Spring to go with Time Spiral. Then we have Shallow Grave Primeval Titan, which is enabled by Frantic Search and Liliana of the Veil. We have Phantasmal Image to copy Primeval Titan to put more lands into play. And then Dark Petition, Yawgmoth's Will with Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual to grab Brain Freeze. What could possibly go wrong with this deck? I'm excited to find out. See you guys round 1. And then we have a good sideboard. I think maybe Vraska should make it into the main, but I want to be as proactive as possible, and this deck cannot sacrifice lands, so we'll start like this. See you guys round 1. Oh, we're playing against Hoodie 444. We'll keep this hand. This deck does not mulligan very well, that's for sure. Oh no. We're playing against Mono White. We are super dead. I was supposed to lead on blue. I don't know why I played the green source, but you know what? It works out. Not having like a tropical island for this deck is very backbreaking as well. Here comes Thalia, turn 2. Okay, just a Warhound. We can deal with that one. There's another blue source. We want to wait to brainstorm for as long as possible. This is gonna be... Oh boy, this whole league is gonna be a wild ride. I just want to win one match. That's my objective here. We're taking the loss. Ooh, they missed a land drop. And we're playing Sakura Tribe Elder. So we actually get the full combo here. We get to go Brainstorm plus Steve. We can put back Brain Freeze. And at this point, I'm not in love with Heartbeat of Spring. Although honestly, maybe Heartbeat of Spring is good against the white deck because you can't do a whole lot, but I don't think I need it. We're going to put back those. Then we're just going to go Island, Sakura Tribe Elder. And they played the Loyal Warhound a little bit too early. There is a world in which I do just trade here, but I don't think I like that world. They swords my Steve. All right, I'll take that. We're going to grab a forest here. Or a swamp. Forest. Forest lets me play Garreg. Swamp lets me play Dark Ritual, which would be interesting, but oh, they're missing more land drops. Perfection. There's Hissing Quagmire, so we get to go Garreg, make a beast. Actually, let's Garreg untap. They can't kill him easily, and that gives me a ton of mana. Play Devoted Druid. We're just gonna cast a Primeval Titan next turn when it's still stuck on lands. I love it. They attack Garreg, so Garreg has gained me life too. And regardless of whether these survive or not, we're going to be able to cast a prime time. So let's go land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't really like double mana tithe or anything, so let's just... I think I'm going to also cast Memory Deluge, so let's Garreg untap these islands now to play around mana tithe or something. So let's go prime time. Do this, grab some lands. We want to grab, I guess, Overgrown Tomb tapped and just more green. I don't know, more blue. We'll grab an island or Scalding Tarn. Hey, life, no. And pass turn here because we have a prime time in play now. That's great. This is the problem with mono white redrops. Well, we won one game. I feel like Vraska is going to be an important part of winning future games, or like Courser of Krufix. I don't know why this is not in the main deck. This deck is so bizarre. I gotta get rid of Liliana against Mono White. Okay, so we have Courser. Courser's a good card. Nissa Who Shakes the World is pretty good too. But I want to Storm Off, but it's so unlikely against Mono White. We're fine. Courser of Krufix against Mono White. Like, look at this beautiful hand. It's a turn 2 Brain Freeze for 3. We have to mulligan this one, I think. Although we do have 5 lands, but we have Mana Crypt. Oh yeah, we keep this. Guess I get rid of Metamorphose. This hand actually looks pretty good. It's like a normal mono green hand. We're just here enabling Storm. That's all we're doing. Marsh Flats. Okay, so we can get Overgrown Tomb. And then I need to decide whether or not I want to play Steve. Okay, Urza Saga plus a Clue token is kind of cute. Okay, here comes the Legionnaire. So I guess I'm going to play Sakura Tribe Elder. I wish I had Mana Tithe here because that would be really funny. And we're going to play Steve and block, and that enables Oracle of Moldiah on turn 3, which is a good play because that sets up for prime time. There it is! There's the Shallow Grave to go with their prime time. I don't know if anyone else has ever drafted this combo, but it is something. So they're going to hit us for quite a bit, and they're going to start making artifacts. So I think probably Rexage comes in. We block here. Stack this, grab an island. We draw Frantic Search. Turnabout. I can play Devoted Druid and I can Shallow Grave a Sakura Tribe Elder. Because Oracle of Moldiah is actually not super likely to hit prime time. I would need to hit basically 2 lands in the next 3 cards of my deck. If I play Devoted Druid, it's more likely, because I can Devoted Druid, I can also Shallow Grave the Sakura Tribe Elder. So I kind of like doing this. Sorry, prime time. We're just playing a weird Rampant Growth. And we'll see what they have to fetch up off the Urza Saga. If they have a Mox, if I win this match, I'm stealing this from them so badly. They do have a Mox. Okay. They 5/5 dudes. We get to Shallow Grave, a Sakura Tribe Elder, and we block Thraben Inspector and the Construct. Sacrifice this for double blue. Okay. Okay, here comes prime time. The thing is, I'm actually kind of dead if they have like burn or anything, but that's okay. We don't have to worry about that because we're just gonna win. Hissing Quagmire, extra islands to go with, or maybe one an extra. I have Hissing Quagmire. Let's just get the other island. So we have prime time, we have turnabout, we have Garrick. Time Spiral would be nice. If they don't have an artifact, we're actually in fairly good shape. Recruiter of the Guard. Okay, there's no Memnites. Oh. Okay, well I gained life actually, so that's not the end of the world. The exiled Sun Gold Sentinel, that's the Scavenging Ooze, yeah. Okay, that's a good play by them. So we get to go like Garrick into Turnabout, and we just have to hit Time Spiral here. I'm not dead. I'm only taking 14 damage. Okay, there's the land, so... Can I go Garrick into Oracle into Turnabout? 1, 2... No, we're just gonna go Oracle, and I need to spike something. Because I can go Oracle into lands off the top Garrick Turnabout. Yawgmoth's Will. Okay. That doesn't really do anything for me. I think I'm actually just dead. I don't have any way to draw cards. Alright, so I can Turnabout this turn. Next turn I can Yawgmoth's Will Shallow Grave a Sakura Tribe Elder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I can untap and then tap to play Garrick and then untap 2 lands. Maybe I can set up like a Garrick Ultimate. Something like that. I don't know. That seems alright to me. We do that. We're at 6 life. They see the Yawgmoth's Will and they're very confused, as they should be. They swords my Oracle. Well, that's just not even cool. Beginning of combat. The swords actually kind of reduces my chances of winning. Because I was thinking, if I Shallow Grave Sakura Tribe Elder, I attack with Hissing Quagmire, Devoted Druid, and Oracle with an overrun. That would be 1, 2, 3, 5 plus 5 is 13. Plus Steve is 4. That'd be 17 damage. Creature, tap. Okay, they have Time Walk. This is such a bad matchup if I keep the Storm stuff in. They have Time Walk. Alright, fine. We're gonna bite the bullet and draft a reasonable deck. Nissa, Polukranos, Bindhorn Elves, Pack Rat, Recurring Nightmare, Big Liliana, Bone Shards, Liliana. It's sad, but it must be done. If you want to win anyway. Which, winning is nice. We need more green than black, I think. I need to figure out this Yawgmoth's Will stuff, so I think we're gonna have more green here. Right, because I can't really play Yawg-Will Cabal Ritual. I can bring in Renin 7, Collective Brutality to kill a creature, maybe. And then we just run 16 land because things are going okay. Do I want Avacyn's Pilgrim? Yeah, I guess I like that more than Shallow Grave. Right now we're just running Recurring Nightmare to get back Rex Age because that kills a bunch of stuff. Heartbeat of Spring isn't great. If we're running Reanimation stuff, I guess I could run this card. Alright, sure. I don't know. Let's go straight green-black. Let's go first. Of course. The one hand with the Mana Crypt. Alright, this hand is a turn 2 Nissa, I think. I'm gonna get rid of Pack Rat. Right, we go turn 1 Finhorn Elves. Turn 2 Marsh Flats for Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, this is a turn 2 Nissa. Let's get rid of Pack Rat. I might actually win this if they don't have removal. It looks so innocuous. You can't Swords my Finhorn Elves. Perfect. They also are incapable of having Mana Tithe here. That's the other rule. Dark Ritual, Nissa. Beautiful. Attack for 3. This deck is so stupid, and I love it. Alright, we're gonna have to do some rebuilding after this, because this is definitely something. Reclamation Sage is good. So we can play Liliana. I kind of want to get down Polukranos. I also want to get in an attack with Nissa, but she, for whatever reason, untaps lands. I think it's kind of impossible to get down Polukranos and attack. Oh no, it's not. Hang on. I just uptick this. I can cast Reclamation Sage, but I kind of want to save that. I think I want to cast Liliana, though. Do this, untap, black. Let's play Liliana. And I think I can still play Polukranos. I don't get an attack in, but I get to be very mana efficient this turn. And I can start upticking Liliana to just get rid of Reclamation Sage. Or I can Edict away the Relic Order, which I think I like doing, because then I could just cast Rex Sage next turn. Has anyone drafted a deck like this? Let me know in the comments. Spectral Procession with Flying. Acceptable. Land? Perfect. We get to go land, tap for mana. I think Polukranos can just eat all of the spirits. Nissa makes this into a thing. Yes. Alright, we need to redo the deck. I think the Storm version is... Well, I don't know, I really want to Storm off. You know what? We're going to keep it the same for next round. See you guys there. Hey guys, this is Artist Caleb, and I'm here pretty excited to tell you I've been looking for high quality printed shirts for a long time, and I've finally found some that I'm happy with, so I'm making them available to you guys. So I have 2 shirts available right now, the Starry Night cat shirt, the Anthropos t-shirt. The front and back are the 2 different sides of my Anthropos art piece. I do also have some women's workout clothes as well, if you're interested in that. But the Starry Night cat is pretty awesome. So I ordered one for myself just to look at it. The picture's not great, but the print quality in person is really, really nice. So I'm very happy with it. If you're interested in getting it, it just is a really awesome t-shirt. Otherwise, enjoy the draft. Although I just have to put Nissa in the deck. She's ridiculous. So we'll put in Nissa and we'll get rid of... I think Courser is also fairly good. We put in Nissa and Courser, we get rid of Phantasmal Image. And honestly, Spellseeker's not that great in the deck. Hang on. Maybe I can do this. Because we have Turnabout. We can generate so much mana. Let's try it like this. Oh, right. We're playing against 24020. We're going to keep this hand. We have the old Brainstorm plus Shuffle. The downside of doing it this way is we can't play Courser on time. Oh, we have Sakura Tribe Elder plus Shuffle. That's even better. Play this tapped. Yeah, Steve plus Brainstorm is the real deal. And that helps us set up for Time Spiral. My opponent's playing a bunch of colors, so maybe the Storm combo is better here. We get to play Sakura Tribe Elder. Pass turn. I think actually what I'm going to do is fetch a forest. Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to uptick on Steve, so I have to fetch here. Alright, well, that's fine. Liliana's not that great against me, and I'm actually kind of glad to be playing Storm in this matchup because, yeah, it's easier. So we have Courser plus Brainstorm as well. Heartbeat of Spring on top, and they get to see that. I love it. Do I want to draw that? I do have Turnabout and stuff, so kind of. Yeah, let's draw Heartbeat of Spring. It's easier to win unfair, like, fair matchups where they have, like, Planeswalkers and stuff by just going over the top with Storm, which is why I think this is legitimately a game plan. Obviously, if they have counter magic, it gets harder in discard, but if they're just playing, like, removal spells and, like, you know, yeah, Thraben Inspector Liliana stuff, Storm is very easy to go over the top with. If they discard my Brain Freeze, things get more awkward. There's Heartbeat of Spring. So we're gonna Brainstorm to try and find our 6th land here. Although, can I go off? I can cast Heartbeat of Spring and then I'll have 4 mana left for Turnabout into Time Spiral, which is just so much mana. Yeah, let's do that. I have like infinite mana then, right? Heartbeat of Spring costs 3. We tap like this. We Scalding Tarn for another island. Then we have 4 mana, we Turnabout, and then we untap with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we can Brainstorm and do things. Yeah, let's do that. Fetch here for an island. Cast Heartbeat of Spring. And we get double blue off the Heartbeat, so I don't need to hold up double island here. Then we Turnabout ourselves. Land untap. Do I want to cast Brainstorm? I think so, because there's a couple things I could hit here that would make a huge difference. Like Oracle of Moldiah. We get to put Forest Marsh Flats on top. Do I have the mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I get to play another land off the Oracle, so yes, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play this. Fetch. Swamp. Cast Time Spiral. Storm count is 4. Split a blue, I guess. I don't know. Playing around Days. Untap these. Brain Freeze is on top, and I can't draw it. Right? There's no way for me to hit it here. That's deeply disappointing. Well, what could go wrong? I gave my opponent a fresh hand of 7 cards. Yeah, I can't hit it. I can't draw a card. So let's go Prime Time. Grabbing Scalding Tarn Island. Just getting spells out of our deck. Metamorphose on top is great. We get to play Garruk here. Garruk makes a beast. And we pass turn, and absolutely nothing is going to go wrong. Oh, that's unfortunate. We were so close to storming them out. This deck generates a ton of mana. I mean, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are very few lands left in my deck. So they can activate Colonnade and kill Garruk, but if that's what they're doing, that's not a bad spot for me. I have a Prime Time in play, which is pretty big. Deluge for 6 seems okay. I have Yawgmoth's Will, so that's actually kind of good for me. Any order? No! Oh, that's deeply upsetting. They didn't even lead with Inquisition. They were drawing a single Metamorphose. Guess we gotta hope for the best. That really hurts. They get back Skyclave Apparition, kill Garruk. Oh, I can't believe they hit my Yawgmoth's Will there. Oh, Teferi kills the Illusion. Okay. Wow, actually this is pretty good. Teferi kills the Illusion and then Skyclave Apparition kills Garruk. And they have 6 assumedly non-land cards in hand. I don't think I can win now that like Yawgmoth's Will is gone. But we'll try. We're gonna Scalding Tarn to get like one of the last lands out of my deck. Actually, do I even have lands? I guess I'll find out. I have an island and there is a swamp left as well. So I have lands for Marsh Flats. Let's Metamorphose here. See what we're hitting. Because I could hit Shallow Grave, which would be good. I don't know, blue-black. Really? Oh, that's unreal. I guess I'm dead. No, I could actually set up a win with Brainstorm. That's unbelievable, though. That's the last land from my Marsh Flats to fetch, too, so I don't have any targets. I didn't want to fetch because of Brainstorm. Like, hitting Brainstorm, putting lands back in my deck would be great. Let's attack Teferi here. Okay, we do get to kill the Mentor. So now the game plan is... I can't believe I drew this many lands. The game plan is build up a reasonable storm count, draw Memory Deluge or whatever that card is, and then brain freeze them with, you know, the remaining cards in their deck. Because they can no longer Inquisition or discard me, because I only have lands. Oh, they hit Heartbeat of Spring. Interesting. I guess they're just going to kill Garruk by attacking. They can also just get back Monastery Mentor with Liliana. It does seem a bit weird to Skyclave my thing. They fractured identity my Garruk. Okay. It seems a bit weird to do this before killing Heartbeat, or after killing Heartbeat of Spring. But you know what? We're all here together. They didn't even attack. I draw Liliana. Okay. Liliana's going to die to Celestial Colony no matter what I do, so I may as well get a little bit of value out of her. And make them discard a creature. Oh wow, they give me the beast back. Okay. So, somehow we need to like frantic search into spells into a brain freeze kill. I only need like, I don't need that much. We're also gaining information about, you know, whether they have removal or counter magic. They're getting back the Skyclave Apparition to deal with Liliana? Sure. They could just kill it with Colonnade, but this is so much better for me. Oh, and they get to Shelldock right away. Yikes. Okay, Big Teferi is more of a problem. But they're drawing cards. Okay, I can work with that. Just, we have 2 live draws. They are Frantic Search and Memory Deluge or whatever that card is. And I cannot cast it on Teferi's on their end step. So basically when I draw it, I just have to go for it. This level of Flood is unreal, but we can actually come back from this. We also have some interesting, like, not terrible attacks too. Okay, Cabal Ritual, you know what? Sure. Let's attack. They can't even activate Shambling Vent. Let's attack Liliana and Garruk. Actually, Teferi needs to die too. So they have to, like, you know, trade off if they want to do stuff. I think the obvious play is block and then double block. But then I get a Liliana, which gives me a 3/3, so... yeah, I'm basically clearing the board, making it harder for them to win. And we can play one more land here. We want to keep 2 in hand to discard to Frantic Search. So we'll see. It's just... it's unbelievable how many... what are they? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have still a couple turns, and every single turn that goes by, their deck size is getting smaller and smaller. They saw the brain freeze, so they should be like concerned about this. And Teferi isn't out to decking slowly, like if I don't have any way to interact with it, but Teferi doesn't stop me from decking, or doesn't stop them from decking if I brain freeze their whole deck. So I think I have like one more turn to get there. Frantic Search. Sakura Tribe Elder. Alright, I mean, I can at least chump block. So I take 4, go down to 8. They can do this. There are literally 2 lands left in my deck. So Turnabout, or Treasure Cruise, Memory Deluge, Frantic Search, Factor Fiction, Brainstorm are all live draws. So that's a pretty good chance of getting there. Palace Jailer, the Illusion. Oh my gosh, they're just begging to be milled. Like, they're so reckless in the face of a deck that showed Brain Freeze. I don't get it. Alright, deck, please. If there's justice in the world, I will top deck like a Treasure Cruise. They're so reckless! I need a storm count of like 2 to win from this position. Okay, Frantic Surge. They have Vendilion Click. No! No! Okay. Wait, that's pretty good. So we just have to go for it. Main phase, we're going to Frantic Search. I cannot interact with Vendilion Click, so if I cast Cabal Ritual and they Vendilion Click me, I'm super dead. So we need to be really careful and conscious with whenever we cast stuff. There's Brain Freeze. Alright, discard these. I mean, I have the win. Cast... I'm dead to Vendilion Click, but I can't play around that, so let's just go for it. Storm count is 2, so if I Brain Freeze right now, it's not lethal. If I Cabal Ritual here, they have the Vendilion... Ah! Oh my gosh. That's so... Oh, wait. What is this? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? They're going to Snapcaster Inquisition on instant speed? I can't interact because they have stupid Teferi. I hate that magic card so much. Like, this isn't how Magic should play. Why should I not be able to cast my win con in response to their spell? That's an instant. Like, that's just not fun for anybody. Okay. Well, this is quite the matchup. I think I should be okay if I just draw my card draw. Let's run it back. I'm feeling froggy. I probably want Vraska to deal with stupid Teferi. I very, very much dislike that card. Liliana's not that great against them. So I guess we're just going to Shallow Grave off Frantic Search, maybe. Alright, we're going to go first. We're going to take this one down. No forest. Perfect. Okay, there's Steve. We're going to keep this. We're going to get rid of Turnabout. And I guess Steve is going to grab, like, blue for Brainstorm. The one thing I will say about Teferi is the play of Snapcaster Inquisition in draw step is a pretty awesome play. And I think that's fine. It would be fun, right? Being able to cast instants whenever it can be. But the fact that I'm not able to cast instants as well makes it like just pretty miserable for everybody. Because, right, they could have gone for the Snapcaster play and then I can like sequence it so that I have Brain Freeze ready. Ugh, okay. That's kind of problematic. But I've already achieved my goal of winning a match with this deck, so they take Garrick here probably. Yeah, I had so many live draws last game. Like, Fact or Fiction also would have done it. Right, I'm going to block and sack for blue. Because Brainstorm could help me find the green for Garrick. Or that. Let's do that. Play that. Garrick makes a beast, I think. The thing about Garrick makes a beast is if they just have stupid Teferi again, like, I just die. But I think we got to play into that. Because they could also just as easily, like, if I uptick, they could have Skyclave Apparition, which just eats my Garrick. So we need many things to go right here. God, I hate that card so much. Yep, alright. This game's pretty much over. I mean, I can Brainstorm into... I don't even know. Okay, you know what? Oracle is pretty good. Yawgmoth's Will on top. Oh boy. It's so frustrating to be playing a deck like this, which actually would have functioned last game if, like, cards let me play Magic, because we could have stormed off. But, oh well. This is the state of the world we live in now, and we have to accept it and deal with it and move on. We do have Oracle plus Brainstorm, so we get to, like, Oracle, Brainstorm, put 2 lands on top, hopefully. Never mind, we're just super dead. Ugh. Yep, Skyclave Apparition is a good card. Alright, so we have to cast Brainstorm here, because they're about to get Teferi's ability to do more things. Okay, that's at least a good start. I have to put 2 back. I guess we're going to go with Cabal Ritual Yawgmoth's Will, so I can hit my land drop here. And I can fetch if I want to. Play this, play Mana Crypt, play Nissa. Hit them with a Forest. Or hit Teferi anyway. Aha! I have broken magic cards too. Alright, Teferi is down. Now I can play the game. They have Bone Shredder? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they can't kill Nissa. I do have Yawgmoth's Will as well. I'll take that. Nissa survives. I'm going to win the Mana Crypt because there is justice in this world. Okay, there is justice in this world. And I think I do want to draw Yawgmoth's Will. I think I just cast it here. So I cast Yawgmoth's Will. I have 1, 2. I can Yawgmoth's Will into Brainstorm plus Fetch. This just has to be correct. Yawgmoth's Will. I can also play the forest from my graveyard. So let's go Brainstorm. Wow. Dark Petition, Frantic Search. Can I go off this turn? No, but I can go off like next turn, I think. Okay, so I'm brainstorming. I'm going to get to go Forest into Garrick, into untap into Sakura Tribe Elder. So I think I want Dark Petition, then Cabal Ritual, then Frantic Search. Play the Forest from my graveyard. Play Garrick. I might actually win this game. Okay, we play Garrick. We want Steve as well. So Garrick is going to make a beast. Nissa is going to... I don't really want to shuffle, actually. But we're going to untap this forest so I can play Sakura Tri-Builder. And I don't actually see much need in attacking. They can just block with Bone Shredder. So I guess that negates their chances if they want to pay to keep Bone Shredder alive. So actually I do want to attack here. And if they want to kill... Actually, let me think about this. If I cast Sakura Tri-Builder, it's much easier for them to kill Nissa. I don't really need the mana that badly. I would need Nissa. So actually, I think we're going to let Steve just sit in my graveyard and have 2 creatures back, because now they would need 2 removal spells, or they can kill Nissa, but they have to pay for Bone Shredder, and then I get back Factor Fiction and a 4/4. It's ridiculous how much one magic card is completely shaping the course of this game. Like, Nissa Who Shakes the World is a random card. I'm playing it in like the worst deck you could possibly put it in, and she still is almost single-handedly winning this game for me. Oh, what a game. Okay, so they're very much all in on killing Nissa. Alright, I'm fine with that. We get back all of our stuff. So I think Factor Fiction is more important than the Oracle, so I'm going to block like this, because I would rather have them kill the beast on blocks. That seems good to me though, getting back both of those. They must have Toxic Deluge. No, because they didn't tap right if they had that. Recruit of the Guard for Solitude maybe? Palace Jailer, that's a wild one. Do I want to draw Frantic Search? I no longer have double mana. Yeah, I think I do. Tails Never Fails. There's Justice in the World. I think we're going to go ahead and go with a main phase Factor Fiction. There's a lot of good stuff I could hit here. Wow, this is a weird split so far. Wow, Time Spiral and Treasure Cruise. Sure. I like drawing cards. I like drawing cards a lot. Now we can fetch a blue. I can Frantic Search, but that doesn't really get me too far. I think I just Treasure Cruise. Getting rid of Scalding Tarn, land, Sakura Tri-Builder, probably Cabal Ritual. I think I like Nissa. Do I tap down the forest? I guess I'll get rid of Nissa, but I'm going to keep Factor Fiction. Ooh, Shallow Grave. I've even forgotten that card was in my deck. That's fun. All right, we get to go Island. What is our plan here? If I untap lands with Garrick, I can Memory Deluge, which seems pretty good. I have a Vigilance creature. And they're going to Palace Jailer my blocker and then hit Garrick for 3. So I guess I want to hold back 2 blockers to keep Garrick around. Wow, really? Palace Jailer? It's kind of bold. Can we all agree that it's kind of awesome that I'm even in this game still? I mean, I think my deck is not terrible. We're going to go like this and this. Pass turn. Yeah, I think my deck is not that bad. It's just, I drew really bad last game. And they had the Teferi thing, but we're hanging with the best of them. We're about to Memory Deluge for more stuff for our combo. Sort of Body and Mind is fine. Oh, that does kill Garrick, actually. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, not the biggest fan of that. Although we don't really need Garrick, so I guess it's okay. Wait, I can block? Oh, they're colorless! That was... I don't actually know if that was a mistake. And they're holding up mana rather than equipping sword. Alright. Cast this. Oh, they're holding up Shell Deck activation. That makes sense. Turnabout? Oh, Vraska seems good. I think we're going to go with Vraska Dark Ritual, or let's just get Marsh Flats to have more lands. Obviously, we're not going to take damage because there's Justice. No, there is no Justice. Okay, let's go... I think we're just going to go with Vraska here. Go Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4 for her. And we're going to... Let's just kill the sword. That makes their blocks way too easy. Then we can attack for a bunch. Love to see the chump blocks. We're sitting up to the point where Shallow Grave on primetime is exactly lethal now. So we're going to set up for that next turn, I think. Memory Deluge Flashback costs 7. 1, 2, 3, only 5. So we're just going to wait. We'll see what they have under Shelldock. I'm so proud that I'm winning this game. Obviously, it was just all Nissa who shakes the world, but in some sense, I feel like I was responsible. Is it just big Teffers? Sun Titan getting back. Oh, that's why they blocked with Bone Shredder. Okay. That's a pretty good loop. That dies, which is fine. They kill Vraska. I think Shallow Graving my creature is going to do it. I hope Shallow Graving my prime time is going to do it. So we get to go Frantic Search. I think I want to like float an extra black mana here, but I think we're going to get to do some stuff. So we go Frantic Search, discarding Marsh Flats Primeval Titan, untapping Swamp Island. Then we are going to Shallow Grave, because nobody expects this. Get some lands. Swamp Island. Then we can... Is there anything I can Dark Petition for? Liliana doesn't do it. I think I just attack with everything. They block here and die. Right? I swing out. If they block any of these, I think they just die. So I can attack. And if all else fails, we have Heartbeat of Spring, Time Spiral, and Dark Petition. After Primetime gets all the lands out of our deck. There are 0 lands left in my deck. Well, we're going to shuffle back 1, 2, 3. So it's pretty unlikely that I whiff. Okay, we do that. So they're very low on creatures now. They go to 3 life. I get to go Forest. They have 2 cards in hand. I can just Memory Deluge and leave them with basically nothing, or I can Dark Petition. Let me see what's left in my deck. Oh, I have to play another game after this. There's not a lot left in my deck, but I think we're just going to Memory Deluge and pass. Because it doesn't seem like they have a way to win, and I think Time Spiraling to give them cards back is an easy way to lose the game, when it's just a good failsafe for next turn. They have Pale as Jailer, so they become the Monarch. I guess I forgot about that guy. But now I can set up for like Nissa who shakes the world off of Time Spiral. Oh, they don't even attack. That's great. We Memory Deluge. We get the best 2 cards out of our hand, or out of our deck. Turnabout. Oh, Turnabout wins. Perfect. Turnabout and Courser of Krufix. Of course I win because I'm a champion. So we get to Turnabout their creatures. They float all their mana, which is great. Creature. Tap. Aha! Now they're tapped out. I love it. And they die! What a scrappy game that was. Alright. Game 3. Their deck is beatable. I almost feel like I'm supposed to just bring in normal stuff because I actually want to have a chance of winning this. Because winning this matchup with this deck would be incredible. Like, I can just cheese a win with Pack Rat. They do have Toxic Deluge. The thing is, their deck is so weak to Brain Freeze. I think I bring back Spellseeker because I can get back Shallow Grave too. Bone Shards can kill Planeswalkers. Alright, we're bringing in Bone Shards, Shallow Grave instead of Vraska. And Heartbeat of Spring is a little bit risky, but maybe it's okay. Maybe I just cut Devoted Druid. It is a good turn 2 play, but it is weak to a lot of stuff that they have. I think I'm cutting Courser. Courser is weak to a whole bunch of stuff that they have. This obviously is the downside of keeping the Brainstorm thing going on. They can just discard my Factor Fiction and my hand does nothing, but also mulliganing against a card. I mean, it's basically just Tide Hollow Scholar that screws me here, which is only 1 card. Okay, main phase Brainstorm, so they're not going to Tide Hollow turn 2. I mean, we could just draw Nissa. That's pretty much my game plan, is always just draw Nissa. Ooh, Brainstorm and fetch. Respectable. I'm just going to fetch. Well, we'll go to their end of turn, I guess. I have 5 minutes, so I need to play relatively quick. I really, really do want to win this. Okay, I can just draw Nissa. Let's go Forest. Devoted Druid. They don't do anything. We're going to Nissa them next turn. They didn't fetch, so they liked their hand. And it's not a Tide Hollow Scholar, hopefully. It is. Alright, well they gotta take Nissa, which then lets me Factor Fiction. Man, they've had that card like turn 3 every game. Whoa. They take Heartbeat of Spring? really wild. Okay. Huh. I haven't seen any counter magic, so I'm not gonna play around it. That's weird. Maybe they have Toxic Deluge? Attack them for 3? They just willingly gave me Nissa / Factor Fiction. Super weird. There's Prime Time. Yeah, we can cast him pre-combat. Untap the Overgrown Tomb with Nissa. I didn't see any counter magic, so I'm not really playing around it, but this lets me Shallow Grave the Prime Time if they do counter him. I'm gonna grab Hissing Quagmire Forest. Hit them for 3. If they Toxic Deluge, I get to Shallow Grave Prime Time. I mean, this is peak magic right now. I don't know what they were thinking. How did they gave me Nissa for? I don't know why. They block here. That seems okay. I get back this card. They have balance? I don't know. If I win, I'm gonna be so happy. Like beating the all planeswalker nonsense deck with this. I mean, it was on the back of Nissa Who Shakes the World, so I'm not really, better than anybody, but I still have to enjoy it. If this is just big Teferi, we're fine. Oh, that's annoying. All right. Okay, I may have celebrated too early. They get a bunch of mana, they get their own Shelldock. Yeah, Fractured Identity is also a ridiculous magic card. I forgot they had that. Their deck is full of, like, everything. Scalding Tarn. So I can't really attack Prime Time. They have a bunch of mana. Do I just go for the win here with Factor Fiction? I think so. They're tapped out. Let's go Heartbeat of Spring. Then we can... I think I want to fetch first. I want to get... I do have Brainstorm. I want to thin my deck. Yeah, let's thin my deck. Island. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast Factor Fiction. There's Yawgmoth Will. I think I actually do have a win here. I have 2 minutes though. I got to play really quick. I'm taking Yawgmoth's Will. Choose this. The rest go in my graveyard. We get to Manamorphose. Green, blue into black, blue. That puts 8 cards in my graveyard, so I can now Cabal Ritual. Black, green into a whole bunch of black mana. I can then cast Yawgmoth's Will. Then cast Cabal Ritual. Then cast Manamorphose off this green. For, I don't know, blue-green. Then we can just Dark Petition for the win. I guess I could Factor Fiction here. Let's Mana Crypt. Factor Fiction. There's the Brain Freeze. They are dead. Take the freeze. I think they're dead, but we can Dark Petition just in case. The storm count is 9. That's lethal. Yeah, Brain Freeze them. 1:30 on the clock. Brain Freezing my opponent. They don't have any outs? They don't. Alright, let's Dark Petition to see what I could hit to like do something. I guess I can grab Bone Shards. Oh, I don't have anything. Alright, we just untap this one. And we Bone Shards the Grave Titan. Last turn and they die. Even if they don't die to Brain Freeze, they're gonna die to Nissa killing them next turn. Yeah, yeah, yes! Oh my goodness, we are in the finals with this deck. Oh boy, that is... they disconnected from Magic Online. Alright, let's see if we can trophy. I have to keep it the same, except obviously we have to add Nissa to the main deck because... Okay, she isn't there. Good, good. Alright, so you guys... I should probably add Bone Shards, right? It can kill Planeswalkers, and I could discard extra stuff. Yeah, Bone Shards over Corsair. Alright, see you guys in the finals. Alright, we're here in the finals. We gotta win this. I'm determined. Playing against Mental Misclick. I'm gonna keep because we have Mana Crypt and Sakura Tribuilder. We're playing against green, so the Brain Freeze is likely to be good. Interesting. You know what? Let's go all in. I'm feeling it. Play this, play Mana Crypt. Because this lets me play Oracle with the fetch, and like, I don't have to play lands before I play Oracle, so I just maximize my chances of hitting good cards off of her. That was a good draw. I could just draw Nissa for turn and then just be in really good shape. Red-green Goblin Rabblemaster. Well, that's problematic. This is a completely different deck than I was expecting. Arbor Elf and Goblin Rabblemaster are pretty good friends. They attack, we block here. I guess I probably want to grab a second forest so that I can cast Nissa. If I happen to draw her this turn. Definitely not going to lose this flip. No, okay, I will. Fact or fiction? Alright, let's lead with Oracle. Try and hit lands off the top. Land? Brainstorm? I don't mind drawing that. Let's play this swamp. I could play my fetch and try and shuffle, but then I'm like losing the extra land drops anyway. I'm expecting to get 2 more turns. Wow, this is not at all the deck I was expecting. Arbor Elf, Mountain, Swamp, Goblin Rabblemaster. Coalition Relic. Okay, their deck is wild. Goodbye, sweet Oracle. I'm drawing Brainstorm. I'm taking 6 damage this turn. I fall to 11. They have 2 cards in hand. No, I'm taking 7. No, 6. Okay. I need to win this flip. Okay, win the flip. So I'm going to take 8, 9, 10 damage next turn. So if I fetch, I actually just die. Alright, start with Brainstorm, see what happens. Yikes. Okay. If I fetch here, this is going to make another goblin. I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, let's start over. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I actually go to 1 if I fetch. I'm going to do the math again because I'm bad at math. We have 3 goblins. That pumps up Goblin Rabblemaster. So that's 6 damage. 7, 8, 9. So I actually can fetch here. Let's get rid of Island Forest. I go down to 10. I have to win a Mana Crypt flip, but we're going to have to do that to win anyway. Play an island, and I think we main phase Foff. Because I could also draw a blocker, which would be good. Perfect. Oh man, if I had Tendrils, I'd be in good shape. I could Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Dark Petition. Oh, that's a really good split. Oh boy. That's a really good split, I think. Because I think I have to take the Dark Petition. Because I need to find a way to actually win the game. Like, Devoted Druid increases my chances of surviving this turn. I think I have like a 10% chance to make it back to my turn. They have to do literally 1 damage to me. Well, there's a 50% chance I die regardless. Plus, they have 3 cards to do 1 damage. So, my odds are not good. Oh, that split is brutal. Okay, so Dark Ritual, Devoted Druid, Turnabout. Or Dark Petition, land. I can Shallow Grave, that doesn't really do anything. I can grab Liliana, doesn't really do anything. But if I wait a turn until next turn, I can Dark Petition for Yawgmoth's Will. I have to take this. And we just have to hope. It's very unlikely we can win, but if I take the other hand, I survive a turn, but then it's, 1 in 21 for me to draw Yawgmoth's Will. Here it's at least guaranteed. If I win the Mana Crypt flip and they don't have any burn or haste creatures. Ugh, they have Nissa? Yikes. Okay. We're very dead. Could not concede fast enough. So they have Nissa. Their mana looks pretty suspicious though. I think we gotta keep the deck the same. It doesn't count if I just sideboard into a normal black-green deck. It only counts if I am Shallow Graving Primeval Titans into Time Spiral Brain Freeze. We want the moral victory. We don't just want the victory. Alright, let's do this. Going first. Scalding Tarn cannot grab black mana. If I could turn my Liliana, this hand would be good. But I can't. Oh boy. Oh no, our deck is falling apart. Oh no. I have to keep this one. We're gonna put back Swamp, because we're gonna Marsh Flats for Overgrown Tomb. We're gonna put back Swamp Island. Frantic Search is famously good with mulligans. I've heard that before. Do I keep the Marsh Flats for Oh no! Why couldn't they if they'd done this last game, we would be in better shape. Let's pass through. They're on the draw too, that's gross. Alright, fetch an overgrown tomb. We're really just looking to like cast a really fast Nissa who shakes the world. So go forest. They play Arbor. Yeah, man, if they had this such I was winning if they had a slow start last game. That's frustrating. There's the Yawgmoth's Will. You know what? You know what? We could still be in it yet. Their deck is just like... It's a good deck, right? Red-green duders. I love that type of deck. They don't have red mana. Here comes Garrick. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Why are they playing Lodestone? I mean, I guess I'm playing Storm. That makes sense. Oh boy. Do I frantic search now? I think I kind of have to. There's the bone shards. Okay. We're gonna discard Island Cabal Ritual. Yeah. Untap these lands. Bone shards is not an instant, so I can't cast it now. I also need to find a card I want to discard, because I don't really want to discard this Garrick. Yeah, alright. We'll do this. Discard a card. Kill this dude. Discard this one. Yeah, because then if I just draw a land off the top, we're in good shape. This mulligan really, like, brutalized me, but we are not in horrible shape thanks to Yawgmoth's Will. Obviously, we need to draw a little bit to get lucky, but if we can, like, draw a land, play Garrick, we're in okay shape. I could have waited to try and hit the Primeval Titan to discard the Bone Shards, but that seems like a pipe dream. And I'm taking 5 a turn every turn I wait to Bone Shards, which is a lot of damage, so... You know, I'm missing out on 1 land, but if 5 damage buys me an extra turn, I have 1 extra draw step, which might give me the land back. Okay, so they go Prismatic Vista, so now they have red mana if they want it. Yeah, they do have Garrick. Alright, we're gonna have a Garrick battle. Oh, they can untap library to draw more cards? That's sweet. Yeah. I respect it. They draw more. If they play another elf, we're in so much trouble. Oh, that's even worse. Man, their deck is sweet. Alright. We do hit the land. So we get to Garrick. Garrick makes a beast to protect himself from the dangers. And if we get to survive with Garrick, we have a chance here if we draw well enough. Like if we happen to draw... I guess we need some type of card draw spell because Frantic starts off Yawgmoth with no cards in hand is pretty dubious. They incinerate down my Garrick. Man, I'm just really, really wishing this was last game. They have Wasteland. Oh, we're so dead. I can't win now. Well, let me think. I could like Mana Morpho. No, I can't win from here. No, wait, let me think. It all involves Shallow Grave Primeval Titan. There's a swamp. Okay, you know what? We still have a chance. Let's attack their Garrick. Take a whole bunch in the process, but we're here for it. Garrick falls to 2. We play our swamp. So it starts with Treasure Cruise into Manamorphose, I think. But they're up 8 cards on me right now. That's so many. Oh man, they have more permanents in play and 8 cards in hand. And Nissa. The thing about like me drawing, I think, let's see. They untap those. They're getting so greedy and playing this so slow against a Storm opponent. Which I respect, because drawing cards is fun. I don't think we're trophying, guys, but getting 2 match victories with this deck, I am very proud of. Huh. Okay. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I just have to Yawgmoth's Will and hope I get really lucky off my Time Spiral hits. We're gonna literally just Yawgmoth's Will back a single land. And then if I draw an untapped land, I can Time Spiral and hope to get lucky. I think that's the one chance I have at stealing this game. Because I'm like dead next turn. And how much damage am I taking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 4. I guess the question I'm asking is, do I Scalding Tarn to remove a land out of my deck? I don't actually think I want to, because I want to draw a land here. And we're holding this dude back to just block so I don't die. Although, maybe attacking Garrick would have been better. Because they're actually... The problem is I have to Time Spiral, but their deck size is actually going to be still relatively small. So if I just go like Time Spiral into Frantic Search... I couldn't win this. I draw an untapped land, or Dark Ritual, I time spiral into like a frantic search. Their deck size is quite small, so brain freeze is not impossible. That wasteland was backbreaking, but we still were. I almost want to do the math, but it's going to disappoint me. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. I think I'm running like 16. Mana Crypt also works, but it is worse because it's. Oh, actually, no. Mana Crypt is fine because it's the same amount of mana off the time spiral and tap. So, Cabal Ritual or Dark Ritual, Mana Crypt, any untapped land, we have a shot because all their permanents are in play. Lose the beast, yeah. They don't seem to have any way to deal with the board. Knight of the Reliquary, yeah. No strip mine. There's a chance. This is important when you're playing a deck. You have to look for your outs, highlight them, and then channel your energy into drawing them. That doesn't change anything, but being focused on what you could draw to win helps you highlight potential avenues to victory, right? Like, this seems like a pretty hopeless position, but my opponent has 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 26 cards left in their deck. So after I time spiral, they're going to go down to 19. I only need a storm count of 7 to kill them. So time spiral into like frantic search, into like a treasure cruise is an avenue to victory. Land. Okay. You're saying there's a chance. Time spiral. Show me what you got. Okay. So, not the best. Not the worst. Nissa makes my force tap for 2, and then I can turnabout. That doesn't really do anything. So, I think I just have to turnabout now. Oh, let me see. Nissa costs 1, 2. Oh, I can't even Nissa and turnabout. So we're just going to turnabout myself. Probably need Nissa for frantic search stuff, and I kind of need this. No, I don't need this black, so we're getting rid of this and the blue to land untap. So turnabout just added 2 mana. It's like a dark ritual. So Nissa, if I cast her, is going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I won't have black mana in that case. And if I factor fiction, then I'll be out of blue mana. I don't think I can afford to cast Nissa in this economy. So let's factor fiction here. What a powerful hit. I guess we're gonna take Treasure Cruise. I'm kind of hoping they just discard everything except for Treasure Cruise because I kind of need that. Honestly, the 5-0 split would not be the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm just dead on their turn, right? They have so many attackers, yeah. So I'm not even gonna think about like survival. Yes, Treasure Cruise versus everything. Put more cards into my graveyard. Alright, so we take the Treasure Cruise pile. Re-go to the graveyard. Then, I guess I have to draw Manamorphose now. Because I have 5 cards in my graveyard. Treasure Cruise requires 7. So, I need to tap 2 sources. I think I need a Manamorphose. We're going to Bone Shards, discarding a Scalding Tarn. And we're going to kill Nissa, I guess. She's the scariest. And then I can like, this adds to my storm count. Now I can Treasure Cruise away my graveyard. And I can top deck Manamorphose into Brain Freeze, and that might be able to do it. Oh, so close. So close. Some GG's. That's 18 and they're at 19. I'm actually pretty happy with how close we got. Manamorphose would have done it. I just want to... Oh, they did have strip mines. So they were digging towards it. Their deck looks sweet. They did have Duress and Verdant Catacombs. If they draw off a library, they die. I'm pretty pleased with that. They just ultimate Garrick. All right. I'm pretty pleased with the performance of this deck. We almost won with that deck too. We were 1 storm count away. And maybe I could have done something differently to get the trophy or whatever, but this is one of the spiciest ones I drafted in a long time. Shadowgrave Prime Time, a combo older than time. See you guys next time.